Nope.
Alright, what is going on, you guys? I'm James Reptiles. In today's video, we will be filming a video that I filmed for last week but accidentally deleted. That's why there was one video last week. But starting this week, there will be 3 videos. You know, I'll have 2 of my normal things that are just happening. If I go see a collection, I'll definitely film that. If I'm going to a show, that's always kind of extra. But the third one's going to be a new series I'm starting, and I know a lot of people will be excited for that series. I'm excited for that series. It's kind of starting off really well, and you know, you'll see that. I want to say Thursday. I want to say I'm going to post that series every Thursday at 9 a.m. If there's a better day that works for most of the people viewing, comment down below. But when you see it on Thursday, just don't subscribe so you can see it every week, because I'm sure you're going to like it. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about my Crested Gecko group, because we've been talking about my leopard gecko groups and just kind of like how they're going and what I expect from them. So we're going to move into my Crested Geckos, which obviously there's not as many. But I just want to talk about each individual adult and how I want the project to go forward. So without further ado, let's start with my Dalmatian group. So this group, well, this whole video is going to be a Dalmatian group, but the first gecko, here's Paradise. Now I got Paradise when she was about 5 to 8 grams, right around when I sold my first baby Cletus, who was about the same size. Now she's only got a couple Dalmatian spots down the dorsal, which obviously isn't a lot, but I'd rather have her breed with my Dalmatian male than nothing at all, because then I can produce, you know, it gives me more options, it gives me more Dalmatians to sell, lower quality, which is good for other people because it gives them options. So she is weighing a proud 42 grams, and I believe I have 2 clutches of eggs from this group already this season. I believe one of those is from her already, and you know, most of the babies from her I will sell, and most of the, well, when I have a couple really nice babies hatch out and get big, I will replace her. You know, they're probably going to be babies from my nice female to my male, and I'll end up replacing her and taking her to a show and probably just selling her as a proven breeder adult female. So this is Paradise, very nice gecko. She's very calm, not a huge crest, obviously no tail, but she lays eggs and she's got some Dalmatian spots, so can't ask too much more from her, right? Next up, this girl. Now, this girl doesn't have a name. I believe I got her through wholesale, and she has a pretty good sized head. She's slipping there. A nice body with a nice light color on top. And she does have a good amount of Dalmatian spots. You can see on her head there. Definitely a good amount. And then some bigger ones on her body. But I think her dark coloration really pulls away from it. One of the things I personally noticed is people tend to really like a solid yellow base with lots of Dalmatian spots. Any other color or any other pattern on top of that really just takes away from the Dalmatian. So if you're gonna go for Dalmatian, it's one of those that you don't want to mix with too much other stuff, because it kind of just muddies it up. Now this girl is coming in at 52 grams, nice big girl, and I'm pretty sure I can feel eggs in her. I don't want to push too hard, but this girl is the one girl I believe to have not laid yet, so any day now I'm expecting her to lay, and we're going to start this season off right with some awesome babies. I'm waiting for my pinstripe group to start laying eggs. You'll see that video next week about them, but I'm hoping they'll start laying eggs soon. I do have a bunch of females in there, so some of them first timers, some of them not. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this girl, big chunky girl, like I said, eventually I will replace her with a really nice Dalmatian. The goal for Crested Geckos is they're a lot different than leopards and other animals. Of course there are line bred traits in leopards, but for the most part, Cresteds are all line bred. Anything anyone can really afford as a pet is line bred. Dalmatian spots are line bred. If you don't understand line breeding, I'm not the one to tell you. Just go do a bunch of research. It's really awesome. It's where you just take an animal and you make it better over time. So the goal for this project is more spots. The more spots I can make, the more I can sell my animals for, the better I can buy better racks, I can buy more animals, I can afford, all sorts of better stuff for my animals. So this girl is really nice, but I do have one that's nicer. Now this is my best girl, and again, she doesn't have a name either, but you can see she's got, a decent yellow base. She's got a little bit of patterning in there. She's got about 3/4 of her tail, and I believe she laid a clutch of eggs, which is just awesome. I have a baby from her I'm raising up right now. It's probably about 4 or 5 grams, but this baby is just stunning. I hope it stays exactly how it is. It does have a couple red spots on it, which must have been from the dad. Not ideal for me, but I know a lot of people do like that. I prefer just the black spots. If there are some lines where it's like, yeah, that works, and it makes it look cool. But for mine, I kind of like it clean. And if you're already putting spots on something, that kind of has to be all it has to be clean. So I'm gonna guess she weighs about 48 grams, and she weighs 50 grams. So there you go. But yeah, this girl is awesome. I picked her up as an adult. I think she's put on a little bit of weight since I got her. I think she might have been like 38 grams when I got her, and now she's 50. So she's doing awesome. Like I said, she laid a couple clutches last season, I think 2. One of the babies is really nice, so I have that kept and I'm raising it up. And I'm hoping to get some even better ones this year. And next year, that baby should be up to size to breed alongside with her mom. So we'll get even nicer stuff next year. Alright, look on my hand. Last up is my male. Now this male, I don't quite remember where I got it. It might have been through a wholesale. Raising Cresteds up is the best because seeing them as babies and then having these big chunky boys is always awesome. He's got quite a bit of Dalmatian spots all throughout him, and they're very dark. And you can see just right there, I don't know if it'll pick up the coloration, but there's a red spot. There's a couple spots that are red with kind of it's like a red dot over a black dot. And I'm sure that's where the baby's getting its red from. He is a jumper, and he does have this dark olivey base that I'm not quite a fan of. Like, it looks good, but for the way I want my project to go, it's not perfect. So if I do happen to raise up one of these yellow base babies, and it ends up being a male, well, I'll probably end up replacing it. Even if it's got the same amount of spots as this one, it moves my project in the right direction. So this boy, let's see how much he weighs. Actually, he might have a name. He weighs 45 grams. Let me check. Oh yeah, his name's Omni. I named a lot of geckos after Dodges. I don't know if anyone remembers that. If you watched my video when I bought this gecko, I named a lot of my geckos after Dodges just because I had a friend who I asked him what I should name them all, and that's what he said. So yeah, that must have been a year ago because these were babies. I'm gonna have to look back and I'll let you guys know how long ago that video was. Maybe I'll link it down below. But this is Omni, and he is part of my Dalmatian group. Alright, so these are all my Dalmatian geckos from my Dalmatian group. I have 1 male and I have 3 females. Now the eventual goal is to really just have all the groups I want and slowly refine them. So eventually, they're pretty much perfect and I can just start switching out females as they get older. So the group goals are Dalmatian, Pinstripe, Quadstripe will be the same thing, Reds, Tigers, Lily Whites, Xanthics, and that's kind of it. If there's something else, it's just kind of what I want. Those are all things I know will sell, and it's not too many for me. Something else will end up catching my eye, or a new actual morph will come out, then I'll have to jump on it. But for my Crested Geckos, that's about it. So anyway, if you like this video, make sure to like it down below. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see my other Crested Gecko groups and if you want to see my new series that's going to be coming out. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace out. I should put them right back.